Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my final holiday palette review. As far as I'm aware, you never know in the next 2 months what could possibly happen, but as far as I am concerned, this is it for me. I have gotten all the palettes that I've wanted thus far, so we'll see in the future. But anyway, I'm here to talk to you guys about the new Anastasia Master palette by Mario. Now, you guys have probably seen a million reviews of this, but I kind of felt like I needed to, just because you guys are always telling me that since I am the eyeshadow junkie, I need to tell you guys about specifically eyeshadow palettes when they come out. So here is the packaging of it. Here it is in all its glory in black and gold. It is called the Master Palette by Mario. It's an eyeshadow palette. It's a special edition eyeshadow palette. It is hand-picked and created by Mario, which is Kim Kardashian's makeup artist. So I'm sure you guys have heard about this gentleman. So I have the palette here. I have been using it for quite some time, and obviously you guys have seen a million reviews on this. This is no surprise. It is a really, really good palette. It is $45. It is limited edition. I know that Anastasia's website had it, Sephora had it, and Ulta has it. I don't know who currently has it in stock. It is for limited quantities. It is a limited edition palette. So if you are on the fence on it, jump on it. The worst thing that'll happen is just buy it. If you don't want it, you can always return it. That's what I always say, but don't ever regret it, because I've regretted a million things, and thankfully this is not one of them. So if you have followed me for quite some time, you have known that I basically bought almost all Anastasia palettes ever since they came out, with the exception of 2, which I'm still upset about, but I've gotten over it. So if this is my way of kind of saving money, the individual eyeshadows can get expensive if you buy them individually and make your own palette. Now, by all means, if you're the type of person that doesn't like a pre-made palette, that might be the way to go. But if you want to save yourself money, this is the way to go. So it's $45. You guys have seen the colors. These are absolutely beautiful. You touch these eyeshadows, they feel like butter, like soft silk. It is beautiful. Now with that, you will get fallout and powder kick up, just like the LORAC eyeshadows. The softer the eyeshadow is, the more powdered it gets. It's just the nature of the game. But I can't really say in this particular palette that there's nothing in here that I really truly wouldn't use. Even this color named Claudia right here, it's not a black, it's like a gray, a dark slate gray. It has a little bit of a blue undertone to it, so I could see myself using that. Not the one that I would particularly choose in here. It is missing a brow bone matte color, which is a bummer, because I really, at least one brow bone color, I would have taken that one out and put a brow bone color, but I always use my Wet n Wild Brulee anyway, so it's not a big deal to me. So you get beautiful warm tone shades in here. And you're probably wondering, all right, Alex, this is another warm tone eyeshadow shade. You do get a double-ended brush, by the way. Here it is. Here, I personally love these brushes, so I use them all the time. They just work for me. They work for my eye space that I have going on. So I am wearing this eyeshadow palette today, and I have been wearing it constantly. This is the deal with this palette. Yes, there are a million eyeshadow neutral, warm tone eyeshadow palettes out there, but Anastasia eyeshadows are amazing. Her formula is really good, and I haven't been disappointed once in any of her eyeshadow palettes. Even the ones that stand out, like I particularly am happy that he does have color in this. It's just not neutral colors, because you have that green, you have this Muse color, which is kind of like a burgundy undertone. I like that, so I can take it different ways. Would I have preferred him to pick like one bold color? Yes, but that's just my preference, because I personally love color, and you guys knew that. But this is the type of palette that I have been grabbing when I don't want to think about it, when I know it's going to work. I know that it's going to go with anything I wear. I know it's going to go with any occasion. I can go with the smoky, neutral, whatever kind of color colors that I'm wearing or what I'm doing. It works. It really works. It works for daytime. It works for nighttime. The other thing, and the only reason why I am recommending this palette as well, is you've seen the LORAC Mega Pro 3. I've done a tutorial already on it, which I will link down below if you're interested, and I am planning on doing more with that as well as this. If you've seen that one is mainly, again, similar to this type of palette. The reason why I would say this is a good one to have is specifically for those that are overwhelmed with so many eyeshadows. I have family members where they'll look at one of my palettes and they're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. Why do you need so many colors? It's not for them. This, if you feel like the LORAC Mega Pro 3 is just too much for you, this may be the way to go. It's simple, it's easy, there's less to fuss about, there's less to pick and choose. You get your 3 mattes right here, which it only brings 3 mattes, which are down here. So you don't have to have, you don't need to have a lot of, or I shouldn't say you don't need to, you don't have a lot of options, so you know that that's what you're sticking with. It's just easy, it gets to the point, you don't have to fuss about it. That's one of the reasons why I would recommend this one. If you're too overwhelmed with big palettes, this is a good one. Another reason why I feel like this is a really, really good one is because it goes so well with so many ages. Like, I could buy, my mother is not one to wear shimmer on her eyes. She feels like, you know, the wrinkles in her eyes, it'll just accentuate. So she's not one to get the foil metallic-y eyeshadows. But this I would buy for her because the actual metallic-ness of the eyeshadows does not enhance the fine lines in your eyelids or the wrinkles in there. So it's just like this beautiful, mature shimmer to your eye. It's not like, oh, you know how the metallics that I love, and I will forever love them. I don't care if it gives me wrinkles or not. But this is something for those that don't want it, but they want that nice glisten. They want that nice youthful look. This is a really, really good palette because of the formula. The formula works. It works. This one in particular does not have any chunky glitter in it. It doesn't have anything that is glittery, that has anything that I would say stay away from because it'll accentuate certain things. No. Every single one of these, I feel like I can put on somebody who has mature skin and it would look just as beautiful. That's the other reason why I would recommend this one. There are a million neutral warm tone palettes, but this one is specific. I feel like it really does cater to a lot of ages. And this palette also has deep eyeshadow colors that I feel like it goes with the fairest of the fair to the deepest of the deepest skin tones. I can see me working with this and putting it on so many different skin tones. It is beautiful. I did a look with concentrating Isabel on my crease, which I love the name that he chose for that one. I'm just saying, I love that name. So I wore that on my crease and I ended up wearing this really soft beigey caramel color sweater over the weekend, and everyone complimented because I did match it with Black Moon Harvest liquid lipstick. It just turned out so, so beautiful. Very fall-like, but daytime appropriate. And then if I wanted to smoke it up, I could with Violeta, or I could have done NYC. It doesn't matter. Like, even these right here, these dark eyeshadows, Muse, NYC, even Bronx, I feel like because there's not so much shimmer and so much glitter in it, I can get away with putting these in the crease and you won't look like you did not know what the heck you were doing. If you place it softly on your eyes, it would look so beautiful in the crease. So I do love this palette. I do. I've always been a fan of Anastasia eyeshadow palettes. You guys have known that. Every time one comes out, I feel like $45 is a steal compared to other eyeshadow palettes. You start out with $59 for an eyeshadow palette at this type of quality of eyeshadow. So if it is still available, I would say yes, get this eyeshadow palette if the things that I mentioned to you are for you. Do you get what I mean? Like, don't get this just because I'm telling you to get it. Get it because you know, one, you're going to use it. Two, it's going to go with whatever it is that you love as far as warm tones. You're not going to get... Lula is the closest to a cool tone eyeshadow that I can see in this eyeshadow palette. Other than that, you're getting warm tone besides obviously Claudia, but this is just all around warm tone. I could see me using this in the summer, in the winter, all year round. This is not specifically like the 35O where I'm always thinking, oh, that's a winter fall type of palette. This, I feel like I could do it all year round, and every color is stunning in here. I can honestly say if I were to ever choose a warm tone eyeshadow palette that I am making, this would be it, with the exception of probably that color right there. But other than that, every other color I would choose. I love my oranges. You guys know I'm obsessed with green. I would definitely pick a green no matter what it is. Golds look beautiful. I love the transition color. I like the dark brown. You guys know I like my outer V to be a dark brown. So this is great. I love it. Yes, get it if you can get it. I will be doing tutorials with it. I am wearing this on my eyes. If you follow me on Snappy Chappy, I have worn it a few times on my Snapchat as well. So follow me on there if you're not, just so you can see my eyeshadow looks. But I do love it. I really, really do love it. As you guys can see today, it is 80 degrees outside in October. Don't ask. Don't ask. I told you she's a little bit kooky, Miss Mother Nature. So today I paired it with like sort of like a bright color and a bright shirt, and it still works. It still works. So I love it. I can wear it with winter sweaters and stuff, and I can wear it with summer colors, and it still will look appropriate for the season. So that is my take on the Mario palette. I have purposely avoided all reviews on YouTube, including my friends, just so I can get a good take on it and not be steered away. That's what I normally do with all of my reviews. I try not to look at anybody else's because I don't want to take anybody else's idea or thought. I want you guys to genuinely see and hear what I think of the palette. So, or any review at that matter. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the family. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video if you did like it. Please leave me any video suggestions down in the description box. I have a feeling probably my next video, if it's not a tutorial, it will be my VIB sale recommendations. I am making my list for that, because next week is already the end of October. Can you guys believe that? It really went by quickly this month. At least this month it did for me. So anyway, I will catch you guys in my next video. And don't forget that a smile is the best makeup a girl can wear.